Okay, so I've got a video from a member who's got a horse in Kembla Grange Race 3 on Saturday. And he's asked me to have a look at that horse and with an initial view towards the Chris Waller trained top weight influential in the race. And the message I sent him was, mate, this is a really deep maiden, over 1400 metres on initial viewing, without going any deeper into the race. And there's so many angles here that need to be considered. And I thought, well, this could be a good form analysis 101 perspective video on how to look at a race. So without looking at this race in any form of detail, I'm just going to run through what I do initially on a race to understand where potential merit could be involved or potential value angles could be involved from a betting perspective. Alright, so the one, Influential, by the Autumn Sun out of the Street Cry mare, Progressive. Obviously it's going to be well supported from the Chris Waller yard with Jeff Penser up on the back of winning a trial at Rose Hill. So I'm just going to pull up the betting market on this race quickly so that we can get a gauge. Pretty sure that this horse is going to be going around probably his favourite or pretty close to favourite, you'd expect on that basis. Okay, Influential, the $1.85 favourite, occupying 54% of the market. So the rest of the horses in this market at a natural 100% are occupying 46 to 47% of the market. We know the bookmakers markets are set to 115, 125% at the best of times. So we've got to find something to beat this horse. That's my initial analogy when I'm going to delve deeper into this race. 1400 metre maiden for a 60k tag. So the two, Lunar Rising, by done deal out of the good General Nadim mare, Global Anthem. Not much in the way of trial form to speak of, but with Racing Australia they only show the last two trials. So we'll go and pull up the two trials before its debut prep. 3 Dunedin by Dundeel out of a Darcy Brahma mare. That pedigree there screams miles straight away. Hasn't done a lot in trials, but only beaten 5.3 behind Vanquish last start for the John O'Shea yard. He never really pushes his horses in trials. Blinkers first time, gelded, lugging bit first time, drawn an inside gate in a potentially slow run affair. So there's a horse that could improve sharply. Dunedin, 46.0, 8.0. 4 Oziggy Scratch, the 5 Rimboard by Lope de Vega out of an Australia mare. Australia goes down the Galileo line. So probably bred to get 1600 to 2200 metres on a pedigree basis. Second up from a spell after flashing good closing pars or staying on one pace from second as a 2.30 favourite in a maiden at Muswellbrook. A super maiden for a 50k tag. Needs to jump to the 60k level here. 3-year-old gelding having to carry 56.5 in an open race. The 6 Stay Tuned by Prized Icon out of a Written Tycoon mare. That pedigree screams 1200 to 1500. Second to Diablo Bolt in a recent trial. Blinkers first time gelded. Okay, so did this horse sport blinkers in its trial? That may explain the sudden improvement in its trial. Okay, so the blinkers went on the 6th of September. that trial on the 9th of October. So it's had the blinkers on for all 3 trials. Diablo Bolt, Destormed, Diablo Bolt, the 3-year-old Hellbent Gelding. Well, he's done nothing in race or trial form to suggest anything prior or since. Destormed, 3-year-old Exceed and Excel Colt. Beaten 1.68 in that trial. Beaten 13.5 by Arctic Glamour prior. 5.5 off Congregation. We're looking for a better horse than this to win this, mate. Manuan, the 7-year-old Not a Single Doubt colt. Not a Single Doubt was doing so many good things with his early progeny in his first couple of seasons at stud, but he's really started to wane over the last couple of years, and I'm not sure why, but maybe he was supported by good books of mares from the stud he stood at over the first couple of years. 9th of 9, 1 start behind Lost, who the Godolphin Yard, I hear, have a very big opinion of. La Sagrada, the Churchill 4-year-old mare. Mixer said in similar company, nothing to speak about. So, as we get deeper into this race now, I'm starting to think we've got a 1.85 Frave that occupies 53-54% of the market, and I'm trying to find something to beat it. And its form isn't spectacular. Shintori from the Godolphin Yard, by one of the hottest Northern Hemisphere juvenile sires that we've seen in the last 5 years. Harry Angel, out of another good speed sire, Doomsday, who got the very classy Italy. Okay, from the James Cummings Yard, Godolphin, in the Royal Blue, last start, 3rd to Let's Try and Red Cobra. Closing hard, 6th at the 800, 5th at the 400, in a good super maiden with a 60k tag, only beaten 1.25, 1.5, behind Let's Try and Red Cobra. Okay, so these are form lines that we need to inspect. And let's not forget, this is its second career start here. Now out to 1400 metres, having its third start. Considerable scope for more. And we know how the Harry Angel breed are starting to prove themselves as good 1400 to 1600 metre horses. Okay, Let's Try by All Too Hard. Won that race, then come out and ran second a match race, where it tried to do the same thing, make all on the front end, only beaten 0.5 of a length after winning by 1.1 in that super maiden. Third home, the Sebring 4-year-old. Or second home. Then came out and ran second to Hasty Honey, franking the form, showing similar patterns coming from the back of the field. Okay, so we've got a horse here that's improved significantly. I'm not going to go too deep into the deeper levels of this form reference, but I'll pull it up just in case we need to look deeper into the margins. So here we've got a horse, Let's Try, or Shintori, who comes through a third to Let's Try, that's scope for major improvement out to 1400, third upfitter now, from an astute yard, out of a well-bred mare, by a leading sire, and they're going to bet what? Shintori. 10.0, 2.5 versus 1.85 Fave. That's starting to look like value. That's how my mind thinks when I look at this race initially. Okay, so we've got another Godolphin runner here, the 10, Driftnet. By Exceed and Excel, out of another well-bred mad, Cianet. Obviously, the run to go on is its last start second to Candle Lit, with the very good juvenile Godzilla back in third. Wow. Okay, so this is a form reference that says we need to sit up and take notice. Candlelit 4-year-old by press statement. Off the back of the second, a Missile Seeker broke its maiden over 1300. Natural progression, 1 by 5. Got it soft on the front end, obviously, to win by 5. What was the margin to third? To a good horse, Godzilla. 7 lengths to third, while this one has run 5 lengths second, with 7 lengths to third to a good horse, Godzilla. Yeah, wow. Okay. Who then came out and was only beaten 3.6 by Invincible Spy and Canology in another really strong maiden. Not a super maiden, just a normal maiden. So that's starting to suggest to me that Driftnet from the Godolphin Yard is well placed here and has good scope for more at its third career start, stretching out to 1400 metres. On the back of On Debut, only being beaten 4th of 9 by Aditi and Choice Legend over 1200. And Aditi is a smart type. So, at this stage I'm thinking Driftnet, Shinktor to beat the odds on fave. Glebe. 4 trials for the Wally Yard. Last trial, 4th of 9 behind Long Memory and Invader Sam, out of a really smart O'Reilly mare, Glee. So now I've got 3 horses that I want to oppose with Versa Fave. And we've got a 1.85 Fave versus Shinktor, Driftnet, and Glebe at 23.0. 10.0, 4.2, 23 versus 1.85 Fave. Oh, this is starting to look like a race where we can definitely lay the favourite. Don't know how much we want to back the 3 that we've found so far versus Fave. We need to go deeper into the race. The 12 Mountaintop, or so you think, out of the Fastnet Rock Mare, Mount Omai. Well, this pedigree just screams mile plus, but I know how smart the Wally Yard is with getting horses first up over this trip. Beaten 5.8 by the Flight Stakes winner Tropical Squall last start, or 8.4. Uptown Girl by Piero out of a Reduced Choice mare. Last start, flashed big from the back, 12th at the 800, 6th at the 400, over 1200 metres, only beaten third, 1 length, behind Our Gold Hope and Taipan Legend. Wow, that was first up, and now it's second up now, out to 1400 metres. Okay, so what did the winner and the second do? That's the next question. Let's remember, this horse is second up now from 1200 to 1400, very well bred, stretching out in trip. By Lope de Vega out of a good mare. 1 from 1 winner on the back of winning a trial at Nowra. Second home by Written Tycoon out of a Rahi mare, obviously, being called Rahi Storm. From the Shoot Yard, the Friedman Yard, Richard and Will Friedman. Won a trial at Hawkesbury. Won another trial at Rose Hill. Then ran second to Our Gold Hope. And our Uptown Girl has ran third in that, flashing big pass late. What I'm looking for here is the margins 3rd to 4th and further back. I'm not going to go into the detailed form of 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th home, because what we're looking for in this video is angles to oppose the favourite. We've already found Driftnet, Glebe, Shinktori from 2 major yards, and Mountaintop, very well bred from the Wally Yard, who's also got the 1.85 fave in Influential. where we can start to think, fuck, we can oppose the favourite here. Okay, so that's the 13 Uptown Girl. Priscilla, by press statement, not a huge fan of the sire. Out of the Tavistock mare, mile plus, 1600, 2000 metres. That pedigree says all day, every day. 15 ahead of the game by Headwater. Exceed and Excel Line Stallion out of a more than ready mare. It's done nothing. So we've got a 1.85 fave here that occupies 53-54% of the market. And we found 4 horses. Driftnet, Glebe, Mountaintop, and Uptown Girl at 10, 4.2, 23, and 27, or 10, 4.2, 23, 27, and 12. 5 horses that we think are serious chances versus a favourite. So, from a lay betting perspective straight away, Glebe at 1.85 will probably start 2.4, 2.3 on the exchanges. At 2.5, that's 40% of the market. At 2.4, it's 41.5, 42% of the market. So we can lay this confidently, knowing we've got 4 or 5 horses to beat it, to 41, 42% of the market. So I'm happy to rate this a 5.5, 6.0 chance without any further form analysis, knowing I've got 4 or 5 with big scope for more that could potentially beat it. 18% at 5.5 versus 53, 54% at 1.85. That's a great lay betting value commodity. And when you get a great lay betting value commodity, that creates values on the other side of the coin that become good value long shot commodities, like Shinktore, Glebe, Mountaintop, Uptown Girl. Anyway, so that's a little bit of a form analysis 101 video on how I look at a race initially, and then how I dive deeper, or how I want to dive deeper into certain form lines to ascertain the merit associated form. Thanks.